Fetishes, hanky system, paraphilia. If nobody's naked in this video, it will be a damned miracle. Welcome to the queerocracy.
Hi. Like I've explained before in previous vlogs, sexuality is a very broad spectrum.
Actually, if you've already taken time to explore your own sexual side, then you know exactly what I'm talking about.
There are the pretty vanilla things that people are into. Sometimes, though, some people are into other things.
The handkerchief system is a funny secret code that developed in the 1970s in San Francisco. Nobody really uses it anymore, but it's kind of useful for us because it sort of covers the more usual fetishes that people are into. And it works like this. You take a handkerchief, the color of which is code for the certain thing that you're into. You put the handkerchief in your back pocket. On the left, it means that you want to give whatever it is, and on the right, it means that you want to take whatever it is. To start talking about the codes, I need my handy-dandy assistant. Where are you?
Oh my gosh, my parents are home. And her fiance and his son and his son's friend, and they're all walking around the house, and I'm sitting here talking about anal sex and water sports.
Shut up and do as you're told.
Okay. So, if you are black hinky, then you're into S and M. I think that's servant and master. Like,
Red is for anal fisting.
if you are yellow hinky, you're into water sports.
Gray is for bondage.
Wearing a white hinky, you're into mutual masturbation.
Light blue is for boring old oral sex.
If you are navy blue hinky, you are into anal sex.
The lighter pink is for dildos that look like penises or rocket ships or hideous monsters.
A charcoal hinky, you're into latex, PVC, or rubber. What?
Medium blue is for the uniform fetish. You know, like police or firemen or doctors.
Teal, you're into PP and cherry torture. Why?
Khaki is a little bit different because it's for someone who would like to wear or does wear military uniform, but not necessarily if you're in the military.
Olive drab hinky, you're into military person.
Kelly green is for all my hoes, or those looking for hoes.
Hunter green, you're into daddy and boy sex. I guess old person, young person.
Brown is for scat.
Burnt umber, you're into extreme sex. Extreme?
Be careful when wearing orange because it means that you're willing to do anything and go anywhere and do whatever with anyone.
Robin egg blue is 69.
If you want to have sex submerged in water, like in a bathtub or in the shower or in a swimming pool, then you definitely want aqua green.
Lime is cytophilia, eating food off one's body.
Doesn't quite say if the hanky itself is just colored like a chamois or if you actually have a chamois in your pocket, but it's for motorcycle sex or using the motorcycle as a prop in sex.
Mauve colored hinky, navel fetish. What? Belly buttons?
We have a lot of pinks coming up. Dark pink is for titty torture.
Magenta armpits.
Fuchsia's for spanking.
Purple piercings.
Lavender is for the gender benders.
Coral foot fetish.
If 8 inches is just not enough for you and you want something huge, gold ochre handkerchief.
Gold is for menage a trois.
If you were into fat boys, apricot colored handkerchief.
Peach is for a bear or a cub.
Okay, ew. Spitting is light yellow.
Beige, someone into rimming.
Tan handkerchief is cigarettes as part of sex, including insertion.
Dark red is for two-handed anal fisting. How does that even fit?
Slightly different from BDSM, ponyism. Treat your partner like a dog and keep them on a leash and
Ginjim, having sex in city parks.
I don't even know what you would get a camouflage handkerchief, but if you are into rough outdoorsmen, or if you want to have sex outside, or whatever.
Putting a doily in your pocket. Doily. Sex in public bathrooms.
Argyle is for geeks and nerds.
Silver, looking for a rock star or a male groupie.
What kind of gay person would have a gold lame handkerchief? Muscle worship.
Black velvet is for someone who likes to make videotapes.
Black leather handkerchief. That's for someone who's into a leather fetish. Wouldn't they already be wearing leather? Or I guess not.
Houndstooth for people who like biting.
Gray flannel in the form of a bandana. Really? Apparently it's for anybody who's into suit and tie play.
Well, this has been sufficiently awkward.
Black and white checkerboard is for all y'all who like safe sex, which these days should be everybody anyway.
Fetishes and stuff. Sexual fetishes, or erotic fetishism, okay, is the sexual arousal brought on by an object, situation, or body part not conventionally viewed as being sexual in nature. Okay, what is the difference between the more acceptable fetishes, like BDSM, or the less acceptable ones, like pedophilia? Besides the legal aspect of it, isn't legal to practice, so that's the first difference. Usually the more acceptable ones are a little less weird. Like BDSM as being like, I believe that's bondage and stuff, although some might view it as weird. I mean, the idea of being pushed against a wall, being made out with and stuff is kind of nice. Some people get into that sort of stuff, so I mean, that's more acceptable just because it's more practiced by people. Some of the less acceptable ones, asphyxiation, that's less accepted because you can die from that, and there's been news stories where people have died from that, so definitely go with less acceptable. That one, fucking dead people, is bad. Not even just the legal part, that's just morally wrong. But I guess that depends on your moral compass. But I think that 99% of the world would agree that having sex with dead people is bad.
I can't really tell you much about weird fetishes, but I can Google, and you'd be surprised the weird crap that some people do. Some people like insects crawling on them. This is called formicophilia. You're an emetophiliac if you get turned on by vomit. Abagiophilia is being attracted to people who have leg braces. Plushophilia, people who enjoy their stuffed animals a little too much. Vorarophilia, liking being eaten or eating someone. Basically a cannibalism fetish. Budusera is the weird Japanese panty fetish thing. And you're a coprophiliac if you like feces. Klismophilia is at least pretty clean, because you like getting an enema.
Okay, stop. The point is that everybody is into a different thing, and no harm, no foul. Or something. And that's episode 5 of Queerocracy. We're already halfway, folks. If you like this episode, then click the button. Use the comments to let us know how you think. And join us at gayteenforum.org.